Yeah. Finally and forever, episode 11. You already know. Yeah.
Certified
KIOSKOGOD.
FAYN.
You already know what it is. Yo, subscribe, share, like,
comment,
notification bell, social media, Twitch, all that. We really appreciate all of y'all support. I mean, thank you so much. You know what I mean? I get stopped out in the street now. People be like, yo, forever, right? And I'm like, finalmente forever.
Así mismo, coño. Estamos
afuera. Oye, pero que lo que?
Que lo que, manito.
So, yo, man, what's been going on, yo?
Chilling, bro. So, you know, like, bruh. Let me ask you a question, bro. Like, I'm going to get straight into it, bro. This is going to be super weird, bro.
Yo,
pause. This no weirdo shit.
Yo, pause. All right, so what it is?
You ever cursed out your pops? Or you ever got into it with your pops?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not proud of it,
now,
bro.
I'm about to ask,
to this day,
right after, didn't you feel like shit?
Yes.
Like, just like as soon as you walked away from it and you're by yourself, you're like, how the fuck did I just do that?
I felt like a real piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Bro, like super. Even if you ain't even put your hands on this nigga, but like just talking like fucking like just. But it's like your pops, right? So like you feel bad, but you're like, man, that nigga's a nigga too. Like fuck that nigga, bro. Like mom's is different. You're like, you're about to fucking cry if we even say something stupid, and it's immediate after. But pops is like.
You know, you know what's crazy? I was one of the very few dudes in my neighborhood that grew up with a pops. So I gotta really appreciate my father. You know what I mean? He was always been there for me. You know what I mean? And he always believed in me, bro. Like my pops always like supported me. So the few arguments that I've ever had with my pops, I didn't enjoy it. You know, I didn't like it at all. You know, my pops has always been a good dude. You know what I mean? So
you see, in that aspect, that shit must have really hurt.
Yeah.
Because a pops that's supportive, and then I could definitely relate.
I never had a pops that was like, you ain't shit, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was very lucky.
I ain't gonna lie, I did, but we're not gonna get into that yet.
Yeah.
But I still had a pops versus when my homies, like a lot of my homies,
had
even your pops, or they
even your pops
being there. Yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing. Like to see my pops. Whether it was super late, because this nigga was a mechanic type shit, worked at Palm Beach Steel. We lived in Alapata. So his commute was already a mission.
Ooh, yeah.
So I wouldn't see this nigga till like late. Then when I'm about to go to sleep, but it was cool. You feel me? Like I never saw him in the morning, always saw him at night. But it was appreciative because I had homies that ain't even know who they real pops was. They step pops was in jail. Like, you know what it is? Like, even the substitute dad is not around.
Yeah.
Like, I thank God I never even had a step pops only because, like, I don't think I was that type of jit. Like, I don't think I listen to somebody that really, like, trying to act like they somebody in my situation or in my life, knowing that, like, you really not. And at any minute, you could just dip with no concern.
You know, it's crazy because in my neighborhood, like, I lived in a street where all the dudes that I knew were brothers. They either had one brother or two brothers.
Really?
I was the only one that had two sisters. So, like, my pops was always working, too. So, like, I felt like I got a lot of, like, the man, like, pause, you know, the man, like, acknowledgement or the things from my homeboy, the streets, you know, like.
You ain't
and I looked up at dudes that were the super wrong influence, but I looked at them. I wouldn't say a father figure because I didn't look at them like, oh, I'm missing a father, you know, because again, my pops was always home. But you know, I wanted to be more street. I wanted to be more hood. Like I wanted to fit in my neighborhood. So I looked up to the wrong people. You know what I mean? And it led to a lot of my mistakes.
What your pops did for a living at that time?
So my pops was he was an electrical engineer. He used to work, like at first he used to work for the phone company. Like fixing like the lines and shit, yeah.
Damn,
and then he started working for a computer company.
Oh, your pops was dumb smart.
Nah, but he was I mean, yeah, my pops was smart as fuck. But like, because he's an actual engineer. Like, my pops was always into rock and roll, so he used to modify amplifiers and shit. Like, he's dead nice with like
blood, bro.
Yeah, like he was always like into like I was like one of the first people in my neighborhood to have a computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pops was always, like, into technology and shit. So, like, I learned a lot of that shit from him. And I got the love for music from my dad because he plays guitar.
And you the youngest out of your
No, I'm the oldest sibling.
Oh, your two sisters is younger than you? Damn.
So, like...
so you really had to, like,
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like... I had to do it for me. Like it wasn't like, you know, like because again, like I you know, my street was all like the dudes was like that eventually became somebody in my neighborhood. All lived on my street. So like I was growing up since it was little and shit. But you know, I ain't gonna lie, like they were bullying me too because I had no backup. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, had no Puerto Rican homies.
You like this was in Puerto Rico, so it's like
this was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's in Puerto Rico. So like,
wait. Now I'm lost. I'm thinking this was in L.A.
Nah, I moved to California when I was like, like 15.
Okay.
Like 15. So like, you know what I'm saying? All through my life, you know what I'm saying? Before I left, like I was already in high school. I was already in ninth going into 10th grade.
Damn.
And
so all your prominent years was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, like you know, like
told you was in Puerto Rico.
I was already full blown, like halfway through my teens before I left. That's why California kind of hit me hard because when I went there, I have to fit in with dudes that already like, you know, there was already in gang culture and there was already like, there was kind of grown already.
That movie, The Wood.
Oh, the Nigga Wood and shit.
Yeah, the movie The Wood. Where Omar Epps is telling that shit gotta have to hit you a different way, bro. Yeah, because like. Cuz was like from North Carolina. Yeah. And it was like, I don't know about no blue. Yeah. And nigga, once they told him, blood, don't wear that into this neighborhood. Yeah. Once he went to the corner store, hey, blood, nigga, took that shit off. So was it like a culture shock immediately? Like also,
bro, yeah, it was because my English wasn't that good. And again, I'm in high school, bro. So like, and then I'm going to 10th grade where like, you know, like 9th grade is where you get all your shit off, like, you know, you get into all your beefs and shit. I'm brand new. Like, you know what I'm saying? So these dudes already got their cliques in school. Like, everybody's looking at me like, who the fuck is this weirdo and shit? Because I have my Puerto Rican, like, you know, fake-ass fucking Tommy Hilfiger, fake-ass Steeler. Like, none of my shit was legit.
Off the bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was just like, what do they call it in out here in Miami? ESO and shit? Like, the ESO. I was like, that was me, bro.
You was ESO. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit was tough.
Yeah, so, like,
because you wanted to tap in.
And then in my mind, you know, I'm Spanish, right? So I'm like, all right. So I'm gonna look for my Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? Because there were the Spanish dudes I was like, I felt like, yo, I'm gonna hang with my Spanish brothers, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna hold me down. And bro, I remember I tried to make friends with like, you know, I'll see like the cholo niggas and shit. And I'll be like, hey, well, you know, in my fucked up English and shit, I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, and I grew up listening to Wu-Tang and very New York, so I'm like, yo, what up, son? And like I thought that was like the niggas talked everywhere.
Yeah.
And bro, like they was not feeling that shit. They're like, hey, what's up, fool? He's like, what do you mean your son? I'm your fucking son, eh? I'm not your fucking son. What's up, puto? Like, what's up, pinche leva? And I'm like, yo, I didn't understand this shit, yo. So I'm like, oh shit, like, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean?
So the Spanish they were speaking was like you were like, what the fuck is pinche?
Think about it, yeah, pinche, like all those words I've never heard of in my life, bro. Think about it. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I'm in an island.
Yeah.
So think about it. Puerto Rico, like all you live in this bubble of Puerto Rican culture.
Damn.
All that we get from the America, and then think about it. That time there was no internet, my nigga. So everything is like MTV, and that was it, bro. And the magazines, and we didn't have the source and none of that shit. So like, you know, I'm learning from what I've listened to a couple of CDs and shit like that. But every dude that I knew that went to America was New York, New Jersey. And that was it. Like, I've never, so in my mind, when you told me, let's go to the United States, I'm thinking New York. That's it, bro. I didn't understand the concept of what the fuck the United States of America is. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, but the United States, New York.
Yeah, kid.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, so yeah, the Mexicans, yo, they, y'all niggas got me a couple times, man. Beat the shit out of me and shit. So I got jumped a couple times. You know what I mean? I started learning.
I got into the most fights in 9th grade.
But you know what's crazy? That's how I started hanging out with the blacks because I'm telling you, man, blacks, brothers and sisters, bro, they took me under their wing, bro. They saw that I was always fighting the Mexicans. They was getting along with the Mexicans at the time. They was like, yo,
with us.
And then, like, you know what I mean? You know what really saved my ass, though?
What's that?
A couple of, like, I think about a year into it, Big Pun came out, bro.
Oh.
And when Big Pun did the song with Snoop Dogg in that video, bro, it
was
like Puerto Ricans were solidified in California.
That was good forever now.
Oh, bro, like all the homies was like, yo, that's a Puerto Rican.
He sampled the song that Snoop did.
The twins.
Yeah.
Remember, Snoop Dogg was in the video at the barber shop.
For sure.
So it was a rap, bro.
He was in the blue, navy blue jacket.
It was a rap, dog. After that,
7 on the undercut.
Yeah. So it was like, bro, it was like, and then think about it. I'm a Spanish dude saying the word nigga, and that at the time was crucial because, you know, it's not like today where Mexicans say, you know,
all
nigga all the time.
Yeah.
Back then, bro, it was real crazy for anybody Spanish to say that shit. So, you know, even a couple of black dudes at the time, you know, dudes that I wouldn't know, and I'm like, yo, what up, my nigga? Like, they'll be like, hey, what the like, on some, like, they thought I was like racist and shit. They were like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, swap it out, homie. What's up, Mexican? Like what's up? Like, they'll be like, what's up, wetback? Like, and tell me all kinds of derogatory terms and shit.
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro, I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, this is the way that I thought people talk. But then as I only hung out with black people, so like, they were like, nigga, you can say nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You were one of us. You hang out all the time. So it's like, I felt like, bro, I never understood the impact of that word till now that I'm older and I see how, you know, the story, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even sometimes, it's not that I try to erase it from my vocabulary, but like, I still like I'm more a little bit conscious now, you know, especially on camera and shit like that.
1,000.
But you know what I mean? Like,
say this right here. Puerto Ricans have been the most blackest Spanish people in the world, bro.
And Dominicans, you know what I mean?
Yes, but like,
you talking about hip hop culture?
And yes, because Dominicans act real funny about weed smoking. Dominicans act real funny about certain hip hop shit, right? Yeah. Puerto Ricans have always embraced black culture. Always embraced hip hop. They've always connected with black people more than every other Spanish person. Because even though Dominicans are super black, like super fucking black, even more black than Puerto Ricans at time, Dominican culture, it was very unaccepted to just do certain things.
Well, y'all rose later on. See, like very early on, because we're American citizens, we were living in the projects. So it was nothing but black families and Puerto Ricans. Yep. We're the only Spanish people that, without knowing English, we're American citizens. So we can apply for welfare.
That makes some motherfucking sense.
So think about it. We grew up since the beginning. Dominicans, Mexicans, every other culture came later on. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? To get into the ghettos and shit. You're right. Meaning the projects. Where everything started from.
But that makes so much fucking sense. Y'all really was American soil for a long time. So y'all ain't have the issues other countries had.
Bro, y'all could have pulled up. We were American citizens since Puerto Rico was colonized by the United States. But the thing is that they won the Spanish War. When America won the Spanish War, Spain gave Puerto Rico as a territory to the United States. So they came in boats one day and they were like, all right, this is my shit. And that's it. Puerto Rico has never had their own currency. Our flag was illegal for many, many years. That's why Puerto Ricans are so OD about the flag, because it was illegal to fly the Puerto Rican flag in Puerto Rico. It had to be the American flag. So we fought for the rights to have our own flag. That's why the flag means so much. So it's like we're super OD about the flag because it was illegal for a long time.
Y'all super proud, bro.
Like, bro.
Like y'all Dominicans are proud.
And you know what's crazy?
I feel like hip hop, especially, y'all was always there.
And bro, if people dig deep about our history with this country, I got homeboys that served in the military, and they told me, bro, like even their parents that were in the military, like, look, when the Vietnam War happened and the Korean War happened before that, the front line and the most savage dudes was Puerto Rican squads. You know what I'm saying? The 65th Infantry was one of the dopest and like one of the most killer infantries that existed.
What's the 65th Infantry?
They were an infantry. I believe they were in the Korean War. And they were one of the deadliest squads out there. I think of all Spanish races, we're the most that have the Purple Hearts in the military.
Real shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You see, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, Puerto Ricans been like, it's crazy. But now that you said that, like, yeah, that makes so much sense, because it's like Dominicans now, like, Puerto Ricans used to run New York on some, like,
back then,
the Bronx, you think of the Puerto Ricans. Now the Bronx, you think of Dominicans.
Bro, all New York. It's not just the Bronx, bro. Dominicans took over everything.
For sure.
Bro, I grew up in an era where there was beef with Dominicans. Like,
really?
Yeah, because back in the early 90s,
like, Puerto Ricans would beef more with Dominicans than they would blacks.
Well, I'm talking about in Puerto Rico. Remember, I didn't live through those New York times. So in Puerto Rico, remember, you guys are our neighbors. So there was a huge invasion of, I wouldn't say invasion, that's disrespectful. There was a lot of migration going on from Santo Domingo to Puerto Rico in the early 90s.
Right, because my pops had to go to Puerto Rico to
a lot of Dominicans. Exactly. They used to get fake papers,
all type of
and then they would fly as a, like, they would get Puerto Rican IDs and then fly into New York and everything saying they were Puerto Rican. That's why a lot of Dominicans caught a lot of problems in New York, because they would fake pump like they were Puerto Ricans. And they're like, oh, I'm Puerto Rican. Then other Dominicans be like, man, get that by carajo, manito. Yeah, bro. So Dominicans had like an identity crisis for a long time. Damn. Because a lot of them, their parents would be like, no, tú eres puertorriqueño, tú eres puertorriqueño.
Just because you're trying to get them to the United States. And
they were little kids.
And you don't want them to be like, look, don't fuck up at all.
Nigga, you're Puerto Rican.
You're Puerto Rican.
Yeah, because we need to get to the United States.
Yes, and we need to stay there. So don't even think of anything Dominican. Don't even.
I mean, once they got to the U.S. and their parents would be like, but think about it. Then you're outnumbered. So you get to the Bronx. There's 1,000 Puerto Ricans and maybe 100 Dominicans. So think about it. You're growing up with Puerto Ricans. You're talking like us. You're eating our food, the corner store. So think about it. Dominicans for a very long time had to fight for their identity. That's why I love the Dominican story, because later on, as you guys got numbers, then it's like y'all were like, oh, now you're gonna let your nuts hang. I was like, Dominicans don't play. Think about it, bro. Because in the prison system in Rikers, it was like that. It was Land Kings, which was predominantly all Puerto Ricans, versus the blacks,
which was mostly
well, at the time it was the 5%ers. There was a beef between the 5%ers and the Puerto Ricans.
Okay.
And then later on, as Land Kings became so huge, that's when Bloods started popping up, because Bloods was created. Bloods in New York started as an anti-Land King movement.
Really?
That's why Bloods were created.
And I've heard these stories before, but you could validate a stamp like separated from how Bloods came down the west side.
I'm not the authority on this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but no, what I'm asking is this, right? Just because I'm super intrigued. The blood set that was created in New York in the jails have nothing to do with the blood set on the West Coast.
Hell no.
Like
bro,
nothing. How are they able to use blood?
The nitrate bloods was created in Rikers Island. I'm not gonna say by who, because it's not that is.
You ain't gotta say who.
No, it's not that. It's just that there's a lot of politics behind who created it, so I don't want to get involved. I'm not a blood, and like you know what I'm saying, that's not my business to say that. But bro, there's 1,000 podcasts. Type that in, enjoy yourself on YouTube. But you know what I'm saying. The point is that, again, from what I've heard, and my homeboys have told me that did time over there, they were like, look, Land Kings was getting big, like big. They were running the prison system at the time. They had prison guards that was Land Kings, a lot of Spanish guards and shit. And the black population, they were like, look, yeah, we got the 5%ers, we got the Muslims, we got the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans were running crazy. Jamaicans was terrorizing shit in New York for a long time. There was like, I would say like Jamaicans and the 5%ers was like the majority of the black force. But then again, reasons that I don't know, you know what I mean? And I don't want to kick, cap on this pod. Excuse me. Bloods was started. And bro, that's when in the 90s, that's when the big war, the slash war between the Land Kings and the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? And then, so think about it. While this is going on, you got Dominicans start getting into New York heavy in the 90s. There's a lot of Dominicans flying in, Dominicans making themselves known. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. The drug game, blah, blah. A lot of Dominicans started getting locked up. And they're like, look, we're not going to fly Land Kings, although a lot of them did. But a lot of them felt like, look, we're Dominicans, bro. Like, we need something of our own. Like, fuck that Land King shit. No disrespect to y'all. We got a lot of Land King homies. But I'm talking about, like, that's how Dominicans were probably thinking. Yeah. And they were like, that's how Dominicans don't play came into play. You know what I mean? Into effect. And Trinitarios and all that shit. Like, eventually they took over. So, you know what I mean? And then you have the wars between Trinitarios, Land Kings, Bloods. Like, now it's a trifecta of wars going on and shit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like, this is all in New York. See, in California was different. California, there's never been a huge Puerto Rican presence. So
there ain't no real Land Kings in fucking West Coast.
There's no Land Kings in the West Coast. No, there's no. That does not exist.
So if a nigga say he's a Land King in the motherfucking West Coast,
you could be a Land King that moved to California, but there is no neighborhood in California.
That's right.
At least, okay. Let me correct myself. In Southern, I don't know shit about Northern California, but I'm sure I'm speaking for the whole California. There is no neighborhood that's Latin King. Like they can say, oh, this is our hood. No. Okay. No, that's all very Mexican. And I will say the predominant gangs that are Latino in LA is all Mexican and Salvadorian. And you can insert like Guatemalans, Honduran, everything else. But the predominantly known, powerhouses are Mexicans and Salvadorians. MS 13, 18th Street, and shit like that.
Who got the baddest bitches, New York or the West Coast? I feel like you've seen enough of both to really gauge. All right, who got the baddest bitches? Period. New York, and break it down if you need to.
All right, so to my taste,
or Southern California.
Yeah, because I don't know shit about Frisco. But shout out to y'all, man. I gotta check out soon.
And we talk about NYC, New York City.
Yeah, New York City. All right, so if I had to pick between those two cities, I'm leaning towards New York.
Okay.
Simply because I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm biased already.
All right. I respect you being
And I grew up
honest.
where Latino women came in all colors. You can have a blonde, blue-eyed Puerto Rican girl and a dark skin, beautiful, dreadlock woman that's like amazing, and they're all Puerto Rican. So I grew up loving black, white, in the middle, coffee tone. De todo, papi. So it's like, that's how I grew up loving women, and then Latinas are very, very curvy, right? You know what I mean? So at the time, this is pre-BBL era. Yeah. In California, the girls that had the fat ass and the bodies that I like was black girls.
That's a fact.
Because they were all natural.
Because black girls was thicker than Spanish girls sometimes.
But the thing is, there wasn't no Dominicans and Puerto Rican girls in LA. So I'm comparing black girls versus Mexican and Salvadoran girls. And Mexican and Salvadoran girls,
really got no body.
Okay, Salvadorians are a little different. But a lot of Mexican girls, please don't kill me in the comments.
They're just real pretty.
A lot of them did not have a fat ass.
They had flat asses.
Bro, I would say a good 60% to more. I mean, bro, think about the most beautiful Mexican girl you've ever seen versus a Dominican or Puerto Rican girl. Like the ass action ain't gonna be the same. Now, one thing I give to Mexican girls, big ass titties and the face that was like out of control.
Mexican girls be super pretty,
bro. Their face is gorgeous. Like that's one thing that I give to them. Mexican girls, their faces are gorgeous, bro. Like
even out of when control, they do all that fucking what's that with the black.
Like that's like chola shit.
Chola. I be like, bitch, I can still see you pretty. Like I'm trying to be a thug.
You know what's crazy, bro? I was never into the gangster chola girls.
I wasn't.
I like the Mexican girls that were kind of like leaning towards being a white girl. Like
really?
they're like whatever, like like my name is like whatever. I'm Mexican.
Yeah,
I'm Mexican. But like you know what I'm saying? Like that's how like I've never liked girls that was same thing with black girls. I never liked a girl that was like super. Yeah, look at this crap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with my section, cuz? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, what's bracking blood? Like, I was
nigga, what's y'all?
Like, I ain't gonna lie, that like, we used to hang around with girls like that, and nigga slid a couple of them and shit.
Of course.
But it's not like I was like, oh yeah, this is my ride or die. Like I used to have homies that was like super, ganged out and shit. And that was the, like that was the accessory, bro. Like a super thug bitch that was like, ride or die bitch and shit. I didn't like that shit like that.
Even if they was bad as fuck.
Even if they were bad, bro, because some of them were bad.
I could just
black
imagine.
Girls and like
pretty ass.
Think about like, bro. So think about it.
Like damn, bitch, what? What we doing?
Some bitches were more gang than the niggas. That's
what I'm saying. But you're pretty as shit. Like you look like Lauren London.
They were like dyed in her red, like fucking, braids and shit, blue braids. Like it was some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? They used to put what do you call that? They tie that shit with the little balls and shit. Like
with the little. I know what you're talking about.
Like, you know what I mean?
This nigga, this rap nigga be wearing.
Every time you go like them bitches would be like that.
Fucking
shit.
Serena and Williams.
Yeah, the beads and shit or whatever. I don't know how the fuck you call that shit.
Yo,
but like, you know what I mean? They was into that shit. But like, you know what I'm saying? As far as like the Mexican girls and shit. Not all the Mexican girls were all chola out like that. You know what I mean? But some of them were, they were down, bro. They were like, I ain't gonna lie, the Mexican girls was down for whatever.
Man, LA was a different breed. So even
LA was crazy.
I could just imagine a few.
But it's just like New York girls
getting checked by other bitches. Like niggas was getting checked by other niggas.
Yeah, like
bitches would be like, "Hey, bitch."
They would get banged on and everything.
For real,
like, hey, where you from, bitch?
Really?
From this crib? Yeah, yo, no bullshit. Yo, that's my nigga Stace, man. Yo, shout out Stace Brown, Tyree, man. That's that nigga, man. Like, yo, that nigga will tell you, bro.
Yo, Tyree, what they doing?
Yo,
certified, bro.
Yo, I remember Tyree took me one time. RP's baby moms and shit. Like, but they used to stay by Van Ness, which is like the super op hood for the '60s and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, and I remember one time we went over there to go see one of the family members and shit, and we're just kicking it, smoking and shit out in the front. And I remember the neighbors would be like, "I was bracking blood," and then the girls would be like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This blood gang," and like straight up, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit! Like we're really in the in the super trenches. That was in front of like well, it doesn't matter where it was at, but it was in the VNGs and shit. And I remember I'm like, yo, like, because remember in Cali, gang culture is just very normal. It's just
the thing.
It's just the thing, bro. Your parents are into it. Your cousins, your auntie, your cousins, like, you know, everybody, right? So
it don't seem like a big deal to y'all because it's just something y'all do.
So the girl you fall in love with, and you're in the same hood, she's in the same hood, is more than likely gonna be like that. And then when you get of age and you get a car, that's when you start getting tricky. It's trying to fuck the op bitch and shit, like we was talking about. So you might be a blood, you know, and you fall in love with a Crip girl and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta slide in there on the low key type shit, like You know what I'm saying? So
what the fuck happens when this blood nigga and this Crip bitch make a baby?
Then he's, I don't know, he's purple and shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out.
He's from Grape Street.
I'm trying to figure out like how influential that becomes on the jit, if that's the thing. Like, no, this baby gonna be blood. Hell no, this baby super Crip.
I mean, bro, it gets tricky, you know what I mean? Because it depends on, but honestly, it doesn't really matter if their parents are blood or Crip. It's wherever they live at. That's what's going to predominate. Because you can see, like, mom could be blood and you could be Crip, but let's say it's a black kid and he grows up in a Mexican neighborhood. He might join the Mexican gang. So I knew blacks that were in Playboys. I knew I knew dudes that was in South Los.
Black homies was in Mexican gangs.
There's blacks in Mexican gangs.
And nobody was like
Mexican and black gangs.
Oh wow,
there's Asians that are Crips and Bloods, like full Cambodians. Bro, that's crazy, bro.
But that I
like to see a full like Cambodian dude
on some Crip shit,
bro, like super Cripped out. Like, what's up, cuz? And he's like, bro, like, I don't want to say no disrespectful shit, cause I got love for my Asians, but bro, it's crazy. Just like how if you see an Asian speaking Spanish,
yeah, for
like
sure.
To me and you, it's normal, but a lot of people is like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So imagine one of them's like they popping out and they're like, yo, what's up, cuz? Or like, what's up, blood? And they Asian as fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, it's very normal to see it's not big, but you do have black people in Mexican gangs. That's a fact.
That's dope.
Because that's how he's gonna feel. Think about it. He goes outside, you know what I'm saying? All his homies are Mexican. You know what I'm saying? So they probably call him, hey, negro, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm El Negro, like, you know what I'm saying? And he learns a little bit of Spanish with them niggas, but these are his brothers.
Spanish bitches
they from the sandbox. They day ones.
True.
So as they get older, they're like, yo, you want to be on the set? Like, he's already from the set.
He did, yeah, he really from there.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't really see that he black.
He's gonna bang it just as hard as everybody else.
I get it.
That's in the set, like, you know what I'm saying? Because in California, it's not really like race comes into play in jail. But in the streets, it's all about where you're from. So you could be a very well-respected black member of a Mexican gang. And all the black gangs hate you because they're like, yo, that's that dude from... They don't hate you because you're black. They hate you because you're from a Mexican gang.
That's deep. That's fucked up, though.
You know what I'm saying? But back to the girls, right?
So you
in New York, over LA I just always liked their attitude because they were more like us, like in Puerto Rico. Like, yeah, and they would talk shit.
But then New York bitches was just as aggressive as any fucking Crip blood bitch because New York bitches ain't even need to be in the gang. Them hoes was just
they thugged
aggressive.
Out.
Yeah,
I just like that thug. I guess I was more used to it because again, my introduction to America was dudes from New York, so I was already thinking like that. And then the girls that I met that spoke English were also they learned it in New York, so it was just
It makes sense. I get it.
But like I said, body type and all that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, cuz.
But now with BBLs, bro, these Mexican girls are looking crazy. Like, I can't differentiate who's Mexican, who's Puerto Rican. Like, they all got the same body.
Yo, I thought that one bitch that we both was like super bad. You're like, nigga, she's not Puerto Rican or Dominican. She's fucking Argentinian or whatever.
Yo, Argentinians are bad.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because I ain't trying to get.
They're like super white girls with the super fat ass.
Yo, that's just
like all natural.
She looks Asian. The bitch looks Asian, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like that's a Spanish culture in America is very the story goes real deep. You know what I'm saying? As far as how it goes in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Like there's this before I came over here, I was watching this pod. There's a new Mexican comedian. He's from Chicago. And it bugged me out because this story, like a lot of things like that he went through, I went through. Like, you know what I mean? So he moves from Chicago to LA, you know what I mean, to follow his comedy career. And same thing, he was like, look, in Chicago, Mexicans say nigga. So as I met other Mexicans in LA, and he was like, yo, what's up, my nigga? They're like, hey. Like, don't disrespect me, Holmes. He's like, out here we say fool. You know what I mean? So he started saying like, "Hey, what's up, fool? Like, my bad, fool." And then when we used to go back to Chicago, and he used to be like, he'd tell his homies like, "Hey, what up, fool?" Like, his homies in Chicago were like, "What?" Like, "Oh, you from LA now?" And this is a Mexican. You know what I'm saying? So even those cultures, like, think about how Mexicans are in Texas versus Mexicans that you see from LA. You know what I mean? And they all come from the same, and a lot of their parents come from the same parts of Mexico. They come from Guerrero, Oaxaca, DF. So it's like, they all have the same background, just America turns you out. True. America is very different.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But again, bro, if it wasn't for the blacks in LA, I wouldn't have made it. You know what I'm saying? Black people, they held me down to the fullest. Like, that's why I don't fuck with that racist shit. I don't like people talking bad about blacks and none of that shit, because they were the only people when I had nobody that showed me love, that became my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about American blacks, not no Jamaican, Haitian, no. Shout out to everybody. But it was American blacks from California.
Yeah, because that's a big thing over here. Like, we like to, in Miami, we like this different to say Jamaican, Haitian black versus American black.
Like, you're Yank, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're Yank, like, you're American black.
That's why I understand why you had to specify American black.
Yeah, because, Miami, bro, black holds all kinds of barriers. Like, you could be Bahamian, Guyanese, Belizean. See, in LA, you got Belizeans, you got a lot of Belizeans, you got Cubans, you know what I'm saying? But let's keep it real, bro. Like, the black culture in LA is very black.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, American black.
Yeah.
Like, everything else that's not black, like, if you're Belizean, if you're Jamaican, you're considered kind of like still a little bit on the outside.
American black, like fucking burgers, fries, chicken wings.
Exactly.
Fucking donuts.
American culture.
Yeah, like donuts is not a fucking
like In and Out. You know what I'm saying? Barbecues in the back.
Correct.
So think about it, like, you know what I mean? They're not gonna eat grillo. They're not eating beef patty with cheese. They're not eating oxtail. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not fucking with that shit. I mean, now they are because culture's different. But back then, like you said, burgers and hot dogs. You know what I mean? That's why I never understood the beef between
LA
white people and black people. Like, if you think about it, besides slavery and all that, they're the same as far as culture, basketball, baseball, besides music and shit like that. But the for example,
I see what you're saying.
Like, food wise, like, think of it, you can't say barbecue is just a black thing. I've seen like white boys are like, I got goddamn grill in the back right now, Alabama. And they got Alabama. Like, they do the smokehouse in Texas.
The southern white people are very different than, like, because there's different type of white people.
Facts. I mean, but I feel like obviously they're very different, even culture-wise. But I'm saying, like, they have a lot of similarities. Versus if I would say a Jamaican has more in common with me as a Puerto Rican than he does an American black.
True.
Because think about it. Rice and peas, veg, provisions. Provisions, bro. Provisions is something that we eat in Puerto Rico all the time. We just call it vianda.
The fuck is that?
Provisions like yams, like yuca, potatoes. Like, they do that shit with like escoveche. Like, Jamaican culture is very similar to us. Same thing with Haitians. Think about it, like fried pork, grillo, like with onions on top. Like, bro, eso es lechon asado. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. Like, all the islands, like, we talk different languages, but we're very alike. Even our food. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. If you grew up like American black, think about you getting a oxtail, veg, rice and peas. Yeah, that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yeah. But if a white boy sitting next to you, he's like, yeah, dude, you want this double for In and Out? You know what I'm saying? Like, black motherfucker gonna be like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Think about it. Black people go to vacation, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, my nigga, where's the McDonald's at? I don't fuck with this foreign shit. You're like, yo, my nigga, like, look, let's get some of this, like, local shit. They're like, I ain't fucking with that. Nigga, I ain't talking with that goddamn goat. Fucking, what the fuck is that cow tongue taco, nigga? The fuck out of here. I ain't Taco Bell, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they're still very American, bro.
I hate
it's their culture.
And I don't care if you white or black, but just that Americanized shit going to another country.
And eat McDonald's.
Like,
they'll eat McDonald's, bro, and that's a fact.
Right, I'm not gonna lie.
They feel like anything else is gonna fuck you up.
All right, so guilty. Went overseas. But no. Eating their McDonald's was like eating fucking restaurant food,
yeah.
Like,
McDonald's overseas is out of control. Bro, in Colombia and, like, from what I heard in other countries, well, let me just talk about Colombia that I know. Bro, taking a chick out to McDonald's is like a date. Like, the bitch is gonna get drippy. Like, she's gonna, like, shave her pussy because she's like, yo, she's gonna tell her homegirls, like, Oh my God, FAYN taking me to McDonald's. McDonald's. Uy, parce, vas a McDonald's. Uy, ¿qué pues? Ay, she's like, me sacas la fotico. Uy, McDonald's. Uy, huevona, estás muy de buenas. Like, don't be jealous and shit.
Yo.
Like, you come swoop, nigga, and you like, you know what I mean? She's saying bye to her family. Yo, she's like, yo, that nigga taking her to McDonald's. They're like, yo, baller.
She's taking pictures pre-McDonald's just to
see like,
yo.
OD. Bro, out there, McDonald's is like a big deal, yo.
But no,
all fast food, Burger King, all that shit.
But oh, that's so crazy.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, like.
Because the food, I ain't gonna lie. Even Switzerland, Austria, dog, their McDonald's tastes like fresh. Bro, they had I was with the homie Boost. Shout out to my nigga Boost, my producer administrator. Cause he don't eat no fucking, he a vegan or whatever. They had a McPlanty.
A McPlanty.
A McPlanty, nigga.
Okay.
And from what he told me, that shit was bussin', nigga.
Damn.
Cause they had fucking banana milkshakes. They had shit that we didn't have, that we used to have. Now they had shit that we will never have. They had, bro, that shit was
it's facts. Because even at McDonald's and Burger King in Puerto Rico, they got local shit. Like, you can get tostones at fucking Burger King. Like you know, tostones and shit.
I would love to taste tostones from Burger King in Puerto Rico.
Fire.
You know how fucking...
Bro, churches chicken. I was talking about this with my homeboy the other day.
Instead of fries at Burger King, my nigga.
Burger,
I'm going to Puerto Rico just for that, bro.
Bro,
I get it now.
Church's chicken in Puerto Rico is the most delicious chicken sandwich I ever had in my life.
Stop it.
It's like Publix chicken tender sub on steroids.
I've never been to Puerto Rico. If I go to Puerto Rico for the first time, where should I go?
By yourself? Or like with your girl or whatever?
Both.
You brought a chick?
Let's say I'll go by myself.
If you go by yourself and you don't have nobody to take you around, I would say I wouldn't venture into no hoods and none of that shit.
Nah, definitely.
Just because it gets wild. But definitely Isla Verde, Condado, Viejo San Juan. Right now they have this place called the T-Mobile Center. It's like it's like the Brickell City Center. It's like a mall, but they have like a bunch of restaurants, like bars. Bro, it's OD. It's super beautiful. It's just like super out of control. You know what I'm saying? So I would say there, Old San Juan, like, you know, the cliche, go to the fort, you know, by the castle, La Perla, you know what I'm saying? Go a little hood vibes, you know what I'm saying? Condado's the strip, so they got this place called Ashford Avenue. Yeah. And Ashford Avenue has all the main hotels, kind of like the Vegas Strip, right?
Damn.
So you got the hotels, the restaurants, all the tourists are there.
When was the last time you've been back to PR?
Fuck, sad to say 2014. So it's going on 10 years.
It is 10 years.
Papi, te extraño Puerto Rico, but I'm trying to go this year, bro. Like this year for sure.
So we out.
I'm gonna try to go.
Let's do a fucking episode in Puerto Rico.
Bro, that'd be OD. No, if you go to Puerto Rico with me, bro, we're going to the El Ghetto. Bro, like, you know, it's crazy because where I'm from, bro, it's very famous. Like my side of town is very well known. Like, you know, it's like a lot of predominant like big rappers are from my area. And my hood got one of the craziest stories in Puerto Rico. So I'll take you over there, bro. Like, you'll see the story and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Plus, a lot of my niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're also from crazy parts. So it's good because Puerto Rico is definitely a place you want to go with somebody that's from there, not for safety. Because if you stay in the tourist side, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. But, you know, our police and even our people, they take care of a lot of the tourists because we need tourism.
Yeah, of course.
So we don't fuck around. Like, a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna let you get robbed by no motherfuckers out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's good to see both sides. It's good to see the ghetto and it's good to see the beautiful side. But bro, the nice side is like also the good thing about Puerto Rico is it's so small. You don't just have to stay in San Juan. If you stay for like, let's say 5 days, you got time one of those 2 days to visit other towns. Okay. You go to Ponce, Mayagüez, you go to the beaches. We got this shit in Puerto Rico called Chinchorreo, where it's like through the roads in the pueblos and shit, there's bars. Okay. And motherfuckers they do like niggas go out with like hundreds of bikes. I'm talking about it, bro. I've never seen bike movies like in Puerto Rico. Like, you know how to do okay here with the bikes? Imagine that, like 1,000 niggas. Like on bikes, on fucking Banshees, on ATVs and shit.
Dirt bikes, everything.
Bro, everything. Like Dream Chasers on steroids. I love it. They all go to these, like, they'll go to one spot, drink, and go to the next spot, and then they'll do that shit for the whole day. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, bro. Like the car culture and especially the bike life in Puerto Rico is OD, bro. Like, I would say of all Latin America, we got the craziest bike riders out there, bro. Like,
Word?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Medellin is a very close second, but the thing that ups us is that we got better bikes. You know what I mean? Like, you might have niggas in Medellin that's super talented, but bro, we got the illest bikes. Like,
y'all got the illest bikes because y'all
got American, bro. Like, we got American shit.
Facts.
You don't think about it, bro. Like, like, you know, the T-Rex and all that shit. We got that shit out there. Like Banshees, Raptors, goddamn fucking what's that shit with the 4-wheel shit that's like a car?
I know. Damn, what's the fucking name, bro?
You know what I'm talking about, bro? Damn, I'm that shit that you gave me got me fucking faded, nigga.
Nah, don't blame the weed.
Yeah, it's definitely Nah, but like I'm saying, bro, like Puerto Rico's a dope. I mean, think about it, bro. Haven't you seen on YouTube all blacks are straight going to Puerto Rico as a vacation spot?
Not anymore. Everybody going to Colombia now.
Nah.
Everybody's going to Colombia now.
I would say more if you're like from Alabama.
They're going to Puerto Rico.
They're going to Puerto Rico because you need a passport. And you need a passport. For sure. Think about it. So where else can you go that's like going out of the country, everything's in Spanish, so it feels different, but you're American.
Correct.
Yeah, all you bring is your ID. That's it.
Yep. No, you're right.
And bro, like we have everything out there that you're gonna want from America. We got Cheesecake Factory, we got Burger King, we got McDonald's, Taco Bell. Like everything American, you have it over there. We got Best Buy, we got Walmart, we got Costco. Everything that it's like, bro, it's like Puerto Rico's like Miami.
Really?
But in Spanish. It's the same shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like our street shit is a lot more violent, you know what I mean? Simply because like there's just a lot more illegal guns on the street. That's the only thing, bro.
Is the
law is different out there.
Far from like La Campo and shit?
Nah. I mean, well, where I'm from, which is a city, so it's like you could be in bro, it's kind of like LA, bro. Like you could be in a nice area, make a street corner, boom, you're in the ghetto.
But that's like how it is down here. Wynwood could turn into fucking.
But the hoods out here are kind of wide, so it's like, yeah, I could be on, like for example, let's take Alapata, or not Alapata. Let's take Little Havana, right?
All right.
One side is Brickell, millionaire status, and then one turn, nigga, I'm broke as fuck with like illegal immigrants, right? You know what I'm saying? But once I'm in Little Havana is big as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you from Brickell to 27th, bro, that's a long ride.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so Puerto Rico's not like that. Our hoods ain't that big. So you're constantly going through different neighborhoods really fast.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's good to have a little, you know, just somebody to tell you where to go or not to go. But bro, I would suggest everybody go to Puerto Rico. It's super fire.
I'm trying to slide, bro, but you make Colombia sound way more exciting than fucking
I mean, bro, because I grew up in Puerto Rico, so it's different.
So I'm like, shit, Colombia.
We definitely got Colombia for sure.
I'm trying. Colombia
bro,
sounds
Colombia
like
is,
skip away.
But bro, Colombia, you know what is crazy about Colombia? It's just the way it looks, bro. Medellin, like, it's just, bro, it's like a movie, man. Like, because you know you land in Rio Negro, which is on top of the hill. So Medellin sits at the bottom of this valley. So OD, my nigga, like when you get out of the airport and you're driving, then you start going down the hill. And as you're going down, bro, you see like these huge neighborhoods. Damn. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the hills and shit. So it gives you that Brazil vibe, you know what I'm saying? The favelas and shit. And then it's crazy because they do have a rich part of town. Yeah. And then you see crazy shit. You'll see a Lambo, you know, you'll see a fucking Bentley and shit. Like it's very rare, but you'll see, you know, motherfuckers out there got money too. And they got fly restaurants, fly fucking clubs, like baller shit.
So when you
like,
trying to go to Puerto Rico this year, when?
Shit, man, pretty soon, bro. Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, like I ain't been a long time.
Mid-year, end
I
of
would
the
say
year.
probably like mid-year. Hopefully
summertime?
before that. Like, yeah. But like summertime gets more expensive, so it depends if we can get like nice accommodations. You know what I mean? So either pre-summer or after summer.
So spring or early summer. Oh, spring or after? Or
after, because summer is where everybody wants to go.
Spring or
so you're talking about either after, like August and later, or May and before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because May,
gonna be
June,
August,
July, August, like those 4 months is OD. All the hotels get expensive.
This 6 months, I gotta run it up, so it's gonna be around August.
Yeah. So we can do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But damn, you're gonna go to like Colombia 8 times before you August, bro.
Nah,
that's
bro, because
crazy,
but Colombia's the thing about Colombia's cheap, and it's only a 3-hour ride. Think about it, bro. So it's like you go to, you know,
I'm super jelly,
Thursday,
bro.
Thursday.
I'm super jelly, bro.
Nah, but yo, look, you can leave, like, look, this is how crazy Medellin is, right? You could, like, let's say you work early shift, boom, you work half day. You get to the airport at, like, you know, let's say 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll be in Medellin by 5. So you get to the airport, from the airport to your telly is maybe 35 minutes. Okay. And then, bro, you're there, so you got Friday night, Saturday, Sunday night, and then be back on the plane by Monday. And you're not gonna get jet lag or anything. It's the same fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro.
It's OD, bro. You could go literally. You could go to Medellin
Colombia sounds
twice a
easier
month.
to go to than fucking LA, nigga.
Bro, like, you know, niggas that pop bottles, right? If you save your pop bottle money, you can go to Medellin twice a month with hotels, blow a bag out there, and be back here with a story to tell. You know, with $1,000, bro, bro, that's like $1,000 was your Puerto Rican trip is gonna cost. Because you need a car, hotel. Well, if me and you go, it's different because we only need one car. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like the hotel's not gonna be crazy.
I ain't gonna lie.
But if you go by yourself,
where would you rather us go to first, Colombia or Puerto Rico, to do a podcast?
Knowing you and the way that you are down with the culture, I say Puerto Rico first. I think you'll enjoy Puerto Rico, bro, because you're gonna see like the motherland, like not for you as far literally the motherland, but like you're gonna see like where all the culture comes from, like the reggaeton, where the Fat Joes come, like their culture, the big pawns, like you know what I mean? Like you're gonna see where this is all about. And then Medellin is just like the cherry on top, bro. Like you know how you say like you know what I'm saying? Like Medellin is a different vibe, man.
Less.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's the goal.
But bro, I need to go to DR too.
Yes, bro.
Yo, my homie was just in DR, and he was like, "But yo,
shout out to my boy Vega. We gotta go to DR,
bro.
I'm going to DR this year, bro. I'm going to DR this year.
I need to go to Santiago, like you know, I mean, La Santo Domingo, the capital.
Yeah,
for sure. But, bro, I don't know if you've heard about this. And shout out to all my passport bros, my passport warriors, the YouTube phenomenon. Yo, my passport warriors, the dude that get no ass all month and just wait. You get that nut off and fucking your passport. Like, you're like, oh, you know, you look at these badass bitches with the BBLs in America, and she's like, ew, get her from me. It's like, don't worry about it, bitch.
In about a month,
13 days, I'm going to be smacking, yo. I'm going to be smacking cheeks with bitches that are way better than you. You know what I'm saying? That are going to worship me. Yo, passport bros is a different life.
You keeping it all the way.
Yo, passport bros is like, bro, you come back, I come back from Medellin, bro, to the United States.
You be feeling like that nigga,
bro, like
you like a rapper.
Like, yo,
what,
bro,
bitch?
like,
you don't see all of this, bitch?
Bro, I see like the baddest chick, like at anywhere, like a store, and she's like BBL'd out, hopping out of a Benz. Like, you know, the bitch is like, damn, I gotta talk to this bitch. Like, I better have like a rollie on and shit. And I look at her, I'm like, whatever, puta. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, there's nothing,
in
bro.
14 days, I will be clapping
better than you. Straight clap ocean. Like, yo, like, una cosa cabrona, bro. It's out of control.
Yo.
Like, the attitude is, yo, but anyway, back to the DR.
Nah. Because I heard bitches in DR don't even got they shit is natural.
Nah, but there's plenty of BBLs in Santo Domingo.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
but I
OD,
feel like,
OD.
I feel like I'm a
because if it's not Medellin, where girls get BBL, it's Santo Domingo.
Oh, you right.
Yeah, bro. Like,
you're not fucking lying.
Nah, bro. BBLs in Santo Domingo out of control.
But I think it's just because, like, it's
don't get it twisted.
Like, yo, Dominican bitches was already thick, bro.
They are.
Like,
but the way but the Dominicans that me and you are used to seeing at these clubs, oh, you know that's BBL, nigga. They don't have a badass bitch factory in Santo Domingo like that. Nah, bro. Because they don't have it in Medellin. They definitely don't have it in Santo Domingo, bro. Like, nah.
Oh,
again,
Lord.
Out of the box, beautiful as fuck. Dominican girls for sure. Yep. You know, Puerto Ricans. You know, and you see a lot more natural Puerto Rican girls simply because BBLs are more expensive in Puerto Rico. To get a BBL in Puerto Rico is expensive. Wow. So even the Puerto Rican girls be going to Santo Domingo, Colombia to get their shit done. So a lot of if you're broke in Puerto Rico, there's no BBLs for you. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, bro, there's this place called Sosúa. It's in the north part of Dominican Republic by Puerto Plata. Have you seen the Sosúa, the beach?
The beach is fire, but I also seen them.
No, but I'm talking about not the water, nigga.
Oh.
What happens at the beach?
Oh, no, I ain't seen
that
at the beach.
Bro, these passport bros, these Alabama, Chattanooga, Tennessee, fucking, 666 Mafia motherfuckers. 3-6. You know what I mean? They going out there, bro, and they staying at these crazy mansion cribs, and they go to the beach, and it's like nothing but these little huts, nigga, like little businesses. They sell, coke, rum in the coconut, like, Coco Loco and shit, Brugal.
Too.
Bro, but the women that just walk around, obviously, you know what they do, you know what I'm saying? They're working girls.
Yeah.
But, bro.
Bad as... Nah. Like, you can't even think, like, why would you want to sell this?
Like, bro, like, I see Sosúa, and I see Medellin, and I'm like, oh, it's a toss-up. Yeah. I can't.
Really?
I can't even hate. Yeah.
No, we might go to DR before Puerto Rico.
Sosúa is out of control.
Damn, cuz.
And even the Dominican niggas that I know
about Colombia, so for you to be like,
no, but Sosúa, no, my respect. Oye, pero que lo que tú tienes que llamarme, manito. Oye, no bulto, ya, para Sosúa.
Certified, we going.
Bro, Sosúa is out of control.
You know this year's different. This year's different for me. So
bro, I feel like this is the last year where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, damn, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? We need to get like the real motion, but not just motion doing illegal shit. I'm talking about like motion of things that we enjoy, bro. Like I feel like I'm working my life now that I'm like, I want to make money doing things that I like to do, bro. Like none of this other side job shit, none of this shit that I don't like to do. I want to make money doing the things that I love. I'm not even looking at amounts, bro. Like obviously my motivation is amounts, but honestly, just the opportunity to make money doing shit that I love, that's my goal, bro.
And bro,
facts.
LA's the goal this year because Tyree's about to move to the So we're trying to link with him before that.
For sure.
DR's definitely on it.
Shigadales.
PR and Colombia.
Yeah.
I don't even give a fuck if we do this shit all the end of fucking like.
But we got a whole year, bro, to do all these things. Yo. And the thing is about look, Puerto Rico is a short trip. We didn't gotta go. We can do Thursday to Monday. Colombia, bro, we can go plenty of time, bro. Once you figure out how cheap Colombia is, you're not even gonna stress it. You're gonna be like, yeah, we'll go next week. Like it's really not a big deal, bro. But
I heard DR is nothing like it's.
It depends, bro. So Sosúa is expensive. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna hold you. Like Sosúa got.
When you say expensive, like. Compared to America, no, but like compared to what? Colombia?
Nah, like you can get like, yo, bro, like out there, like a nice hotel will run you like let's say you go Thursday to Monday.
Yeah.
You can spend like a $1,500 trip. This is without a car. Yeah, my nigga gets a little.
Maybe we'll go somewhere.
No, but like you could get also other shit that's cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like if you want to go all out. Oh, they got all out places where they can take your money. Like, so ain't no fucking joke. But Santo Domingo, la capital, is cheap as fuck.
Word.
Like,
how far is that from Sasua?
Oh no, there ain't no fucking driving. That's on the other. That's on the other side of the country.
Oh.
Like, I'm probably thinking it's like a 7-hour drive or some wild shit like that. I'm thinking. I have no idea. Maybe it's 4 hours. But look, bro, if I'm on vacation, I don't do nothing more than 3 hours. That's my rule, bro.
Even 3 hours is a lot.
Because I feel like I'm losing my vacation time sitting in a fucking bus or sitting in a fucking car.
Yeah,
I don't
because
fuck with that shit.
If you think in 3 hours going and coming,
so 6 hours out of my
that's a lot.
My vacation that I worked and I spent all this money for, and then because you know the thing is, once you start, you know another thing, bro. When you meet girls in these countries and you start vibing with them. They'll be like, "Ay, Fane, how come you take me nowhere? How come it's always Santo Domingo?" Like, and you're like, "Bitch, I'm taking you to the best fucking restaurants. I'm going to, because to you it's exciting. And if you go to Santo Domingo, nigga, these hoods are dope. Like, you're out there with the hookah, like, like, think about it, bro. You're there. Yo. But this bitch does it every day. So she's like, "Yo, take me to Puerto Plata. Take me to fucking Boca Chica. Take me to fucking what's that other shit?" You got Puerto Plata. What's the other shit that everybody always goes to? Punta Cana. So and you're like, bitch, that's 6 hours away, or we gotta catch a flight. Like I'm already in Santo Domingo. I'm vibing. Like I don't need to go nowhere. Right. And besides, bro, I haven't even explored the whole city yet. Like, bitch, like I'm here for years. Like, you know what I mean? She's like, but you're boring. Yo, they'll start getting like that, bro. Like, you know, and it's not bad. But she's like, because she wants to front her homegirl. She's like, yo, I got me a gringo. You know, this nigga got